Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of A Message From. We're your hosts. I'm Edward.
I'm Alyson.
Today we're talking about relocating for work. But first, how have you been? Haven't seen you since last Tuesday. Excuse me.
I have been, wow. That about covers it. I've been wow.
Okay, great.
We had our reunion. You were here. Bobby was here. Alex was here. For a magical whirlwind couple of days.
A magical whirlwind couple of days. A week, one would say.
Well, yeah. So Alex was here for a whole week. You were here for 3 days, I think.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days.
4. And Bobby was here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Forced him to extend his trip.
You could not force me.
I could not force you. Alex was forced by Mother Nature because her flight got canceled. And she couldn't get on another one until 2 days later. So, yeah.
Damn. Damn. That's like Canadian weather. You got to deal with that.
Yep. So it was good. I've been good, but I'm like, you use these words, run down, and it's true. I'm run down because
not to be rude, but especially because you're probably not used to doing so much stuff.
No, 100%. I'm not used to being like out every single day doing activities, and we were like doing activities every single day, and then like obviously, like I said, it was the first time we had all been together in so long. So we were like staying up late, catching up, chatting. So there's the staying up late. There's the no sleep. There's running out and about. There's the eating out. I wasn't going to the gym. And then we experienced like all 4 seasons in 3 days. It snowed when you arrived. It was like sunny and gorgeous when Bobby arrived. And then it was pouring rain, and then it was hot the next day, and then it was freezing cold. There was like a windstorm. It was a lot.
Shout out to Tuesday being like very warm and sunny because I had to sit in that uncovered train station for an extra like hour and a half. Yeah. I think it was. And like just in the last like 20, maybe 25 minutes did the like sun go behind the buildings where I was no longer in it. And
frigid.
I was a little cold, but it ended up working out fine. Totally fine. Yeah.
So it's funny. Like we took you there and you said like, okay, train should be here in like 4 minutes or is like leaving in 4 minutes or something. And then we found out that the train was like delayed, but was supposed to leave DC soon. So we're like, okay, that's a really quick ride. Shouldn't be too long. But like the whole time we're messaging you this, we're still in the parking lot at the metro station, train station. Because the way you get out, the way you have to get out.
What?
So the way you have to get out, they like force you to go to one side and there's a stop sign. But then there's like a traffic light right there. And because it's on a really busy main road, but then the cross street is not as busy. And so the light for the main road is really long. So you sit there for a long time waiting for the light to change. And we had like 2 buses in front of us and another car. So we're at the stop sign for a while. So I was like, hey, like ask him if it's delayed. Ask him like how long it's going to be because like we can just pick him up again.
But neither of them had service.
I think one of them was tethered to me maybe.
Not to me. I turned off my hotspot as soon as I got out of that car. I was like, good luck. Sorry.
Maybe I was messaging you or someone had my phone. I don't know. But because I was like, he can come to the gas station with us. Like we were going to the gas station and we were going one other place. I don't remember where.
Probably Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, yeah. Dunkin'. They wanted to get Dunkin'. I'm a hater. I hate Dunkin' Donuts. But I was like, yeah, full experience. Let's do it. Because that's popular out here. Like that's what people get on the East Coast. So it's Dunkin's.
True.
So
True. Regional.
Yeah. So I was like, but then the train was supposed to come and we're like, okay, cool. And then the light changed and we're off. And then
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
all of a sudden you're there for hours. You could have come to Dunkin', but it's so funny. So it
was like one of those, like, something's wrong with mechanic something or whatever. We'll get it running as soon as possible. So it was like, here's the time. And then that time would come. Here's the next time. And the next time. And then as soon as it was like, okay, it's fixed, it's leaving, I was like, okay, well, now I believe that it will be here.
Yeah.
And it did not take long, obviously, because it's one stop between Union Station and Rockville, Maryland. So, yeah. And then, of course, the train took 7 hours. So,
all around a great day, I'm sure.
All around great day. Oh, I did. Oh, I already told you guys about the chips. Never mind. The chips that Alex couldn't open on her flight that I also couldn't open on the train that she gave me. Yeah. It was incredibly embarrassing.
So Porter somehow gives out these like chips in a steel bag or something. You can't open it.
It's like really thick.
So Alex couldn't get them open on the plane. You couldn't get them open on the train. I'm like, what are they doing?
I cut them. I literally cut them open when I got back to my grandfather's because I still couldn't open them.
That's wild.
I know.
Especially to have the chips sitting there and you want to eat them and you can't eat them.
Well, I also wanted to eat them because I wanted them to not be in my bag anymore.
That too.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going to carry these all the way to where I live, which is kind of annoying. But I ate them and they were good. So, in the grand scheme of things, not the worst thing to have happened.
At least they were good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of snacks and chips, part of this is my fault because I encouraged you guys. I was like, get the snack, get that snack. And then we're all getting snacks and we're all buying snacks. And then like Alex had wanted to go to Trader Joe's, of course, because they don't have them in Canada. So we went there and got a bunch of snacks. And now my apartment is full of snacks and I'm here by myself with the snacks.
Yeah. I was going to say, when we bought a bunch with Bobby at Target, and I was like, well, it's a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
And then we didn't eat like any of them while I was there. And I was like,
we ate some of the gummy bears, some of the cookies.
But like not enough. We didn't open like either the bags of chips or...
No, we didn't open the chips. We didn't open the chocolate that I bought. We didn't open the jelly beans. Oh, we ate some of the Reese's, but...
Oh, yeah, those cursed Reese's bunnies that are so good and the perfect size. Good. I was watching the news last night, and I was like, oh, would you look at that? Hershey's, of course, this is like stuff that would be on a Pittsburgh news, like the news hour or whatever, because it's Pennsylvania, right? Hershey is coming up with 2 new versions of their chocolates that are like completely vegan. So they're made with like oat milk and stuff like that. They're like oat-based. So there's like oat-based Reese's peanut butter cups. What? And oat-based chocolate bar with like almonds. The like almond chocolate bar from Reese's.
I'm actually surprised they haven't gotten on this sooner, only because like obviously Reese's are so popular, right? But so many other companies have already cornered the like healthier peanut butter cup, the vegan peanut butter cup. So I'm surprised they haven't done it sooner, but I'm also interested to see if they do it well. Because
here's the thing, if they still taste exactly like a Reese's peanut butter cup in terms of like how they're like crack cocaine, absolutely terrible for you, but they're made with like oat milk, it's over. It's over.
Game over.
Yeah. So honestly, good on them if they taking this long, because they gave opportunity to other people before they absolutely steal all their business.
Yeah. Before they take over. You know what's so interesting though? The chocolate in the Reese's is so different from like the Hershey's chocolate itself. Like if you eat a Hershey's chocolate bar, it's like, ugh. But if you eat a Reese's, it's so good.
You know,
and even if you just like nibble the edge of the chocolate on the Reese's, it's still better than a regular Hershey bar.
I've never heard of anybody just nibbling it's so thin. You'd have to really nibble. Like
the harder outer edge. It's not hard, but it's harder than the middle.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but it still seems like a lot of nibbling. It's not a lot of surface area.
I would never nibble all the way around the outside. But you know how everyone has their
Sounds like you would have.
Well, you know how everyone has their own way of eating chocolate? They're like, how do you eat a Kit Kat? You know those, like, I'm probably going to offend some people here, but the freaks who nibble the little rim around the Kit Kat before they eat it.
Who does that?
I've seen people do it before.
I thought it was either you break them in half and eat them, or you just eat them and don't break them in half.
Well, you're a monster if you just eat them and don't break them in half, first of all.
Seems kind of weird to me.
I've seen nibblers before. That's why I bring this up. Anyway.
I'm speechless at these nibblers. It just seems like so much work. Also, chocolate starts to melt in your fingers.
Exactly. Gross. I'm going to be out of the country, obviously, when this happens. So you are going to have to report back.
On
the oat milk Reese's.
I was like, on what? Yeah, I think they said that the Reese's cups come out this month, and I think the bars come out in April.
This month. I might be able to get my hands on one before I go.
You might. I only shop at Aldi's. Well, I could check Target, probably. It's probably a Target.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. Certain things, like, I don't know if this is the same with Hershey's as it is with, like, Heinz, but, like, there have been, I think, in my lifetime, certain things from, like, Pennsylvania/Pittsburgh-based companies that are, like, only available, like, in this region.
That makes sense.
Very much the, like, insane colored ketchups that, like, were available.
We had those in Michigan. We had those in Michigan. The green and the purple, I think we had.
Yeah, we had, like, green, purple for sure. Mm-hmm. I want to say there was, like, a yellow. I don't remember, though. But do you remember the, like, Reese's or the Hershey's chocolates that were, like, potato chips? But there were no chips. They were just, like, the chocolate, but they were shaped like potato chips or, like, Pringles?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Took me a second, but yes.
Yeah. That was a short-lived endeavor, I believe. But yeah, so I'm wondering if it's like, it'll be available here, like, sooner than others, but probably not. I don't imagine that being a thing anymore.
Well, I mean, the thing with this is, I feel like, obviously, with how popular alternative milks are, how popular vegan things are now, I feel like they know if they got it right, like, if they got the flavor right, it's going to be a hit. Like, they know it. But usually they do that stuff in a test market, right? So it would make sense that, like, you guys get the limited edition items and, like, you would probably be the test market for stuff. You know how, like, when Taco Bell's trying out something new, they always test it in, like, Ohio and, like, random places, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
So that makes sense. But,
yeah. Well, yeah. I'll have to let you know. I guess I also would have to do some research because I don't really know.
Yeah. I'll be on the lookout to see if they come up before I leave.
Right. Have you determined when you are leaving yet?
I leave these United States on Friday, March 31st.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a day before you start your new job?
Yep. Yeah, I start Monday. Well, I mean, like, technically my first day is April 1st. That's Saturday, but, like, don't work on
What if it's like April Fool's?
Surprise! You came here, you don't have a job.
Nick have work. Like,
I would die.
Oh, we have to announce, because we talked about it in the previous episode where I have been officially vibing since the year of our Lord 2021.
Oh, yeah.
That I am no longer officially vibing as of next week.
No!
Yes.
You are unemployed and living a vibeless life.
No, I'm employed and living a vibeless life.
Yeah. You're employed.
I have been unemployed and also living a vibeless life kind of for the last 2 years.
Employed.
So, yes. I'm employed. Round of applause. Thank you. I will be working at my alma mater, pending background check.
That's exciting.
Can you imagine if, like, next episode it's like, oh, JK, I don't have a job because I like, didn't pass this background check?
Oh, my gosh. That'd be a nightmare. But you're fine. You'll pass.
Yeah, totally fine. It'd be totally fine.
Yeah.
And you know what else is going to be totally fine?
What?
This break that we're about to take, because when we come back, we have another guest on the pod. And that guest has been here before.
Guest. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is none other than Little Miss Kitty. welcome back from the break. And Kitty's here. That's it. That's all I got to say.
What a sad welcome. Welcome to the podcast.
Introduction.
Well, people do know. People do know who Kitty is.
People be knowing.
People
Your
know,
mom.
but it's been a while.
It has. Well, obviously we had Bobby on last week. And then before that, we haven't had a guest. Probably since Kitty.
Yeah, in a
Because
long
it was
time.
so chaotic.
We were. Do you remember what we talked about in the episodes you've been on?
Your little cult?
We talked about how I was in a quote unquote cult. We talked about how I farted in gym class once. Do you remember that?
I don't.
I remember that.
We were sitting in your room in Calle Carmen Cobeña in Madrid, and it was boiling hot.
August.
We recorded
Was it our...
dinner.
Don't recall
Did we-
whatsoever.
Trauma response.
In my room?
Yeah.
On drugs.
On-
Maxed out.
Oh, so we did need to tell this. Alyson, are you privy? Did I tell you this already? Maybe I didn't. So Natalie's grandmother thinks that her and I are hanging out in Pittsburgh and doing drugs, quote unquote.
What?
Isn't that hilarious?
Meanwhile, we
tell me
went
that.
to a fish fry, a Catholic school fish fry with priests. But we're just shooting up in the parking lots.
Well, let me just say this. I did just finish watching The Keepers, and let me tell you, that priest was giving people drugs.
Who is that? What's the Keepers?
Oh my gosh, it's this horrifying documentary about this nasty man that worked in Catholic schools in Baltimore in the 60s and 70s.
Is this on Netflix? Mm-hmm. Okay, I've seen.
Yeah.
You watched?
No. Just on Netflix, I've seen the box. The little preview.
It's,
Okay.
yeah. So they do be out here giving drugs, but I don't believe that you two are shooting up.
No.
In the fish fry parking lot.
The only thing I was given at the fish fry was my man purse that fell on the ground. Some older couple, okay, they were obviously leaving, and it's a crowded, I mean, the fish fry is bumping, right?
Yeah.
So
Always.
we're there, we're eating our meal, and I have my bag on the back of the chair. It must have fallen off because people it's packed. People are walking by. And out of nowhere, some guy goes, "Is this your purse?" And like kind of points it to Natalie. And his wife says, "Oh, well, it could be his." And I go, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Yes, it fell. And I grabbed it from him with my painted nails that you had painted previously for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Slay.
Love it.
So while we were not doing drugs at the fish fry,
Slaying the fish fry.
we were slaying the fish fry, and I was being gay at the fish fry. So only a few sins, if you count
Just a
them up.
couple.
Just a couple.
Do you want to hear about my fish fry sin?
Oh,
Sin.
yes.
Talking about our sins.
So when we were younger, we would always go to the Knights of Columbus on Friday for the fish fry.
Oh my God.
Of course. And my best friend Katie lived down the street from me. And so sometimes she would come with us. So we're there, her and I are in the bathroom. There's a little vase of fake flowers in there. We're like, we should take one. Us, like,
One flower?
yeah, a fake flower from the bathroom that had probably been there for like 40 years.
Decades.
Yeah. God's first fake flower.
Yeah. So anyway, we steal a flower, right? A fake flower. My mom eventually found it. I think she knew like exactly where it came from. And I was like, no, I didn't steal that.
Oh God, you
She
legitimately
still
lied.
has it.
I lied. This is the big reveal.
This is like the only time you've lied.
I know.
That's
Do you
big
still
for
have
you.
it?
Yeah. So
Proud.
we've all
Proud.
sinned at the fish fry.
We've all sinned at a fish fry. Absolutely. Oh no, well, I guess Natalie didn't. Excuse me, Kitty.
Oh, true. You're fine. You're allowed to have
What?
painted nails and purses.
What is the Knights of Columbus?
Who are they?
Well,
Who is she?
I don't know if we
would
want
play
to
her?
know who she is, but it's
It sounds suspicious.
I think do you have to be a member to go there? Like,
Do you have to
It
be a
sounds
man
like a
to
go there?
member sitch.
It's like a bar slash restaurant slash like hall. Like we rented the hall out for my my grandparents' anniversary one year. Like it was, you know, you go to the Knights of Columbus.
This says like a global Catholic fraternal organization.
Wow, you're really doing the research.
Yeah. There you go. Because I've heard this before. St. Alphonsus had this too. What do they do?
I don't know what they do. Like my dad used to go there after work and like get drinks with his friends, but I don't know what they like do.
Bro talk.
Yeah.
Just bro time. So. Hanging out with God and my bros. With my painted nails. At the Knights of Columbus.
What is that?
But speaking of hang out with your bros. Not a good transition. We're here today to talk about what
terrible
transition. I really thought I was gonna like.
I thought you were going somewhere. I was like, "Who? Tell me about the bros. Who are we hanging out with?"
At least two of us. No, we're here to talk about Kitty and how it is to move back to the United States after living abroad. Because obviously, I'm going through that. Alyson is not going through that. She's quite literally doing the reverse of that. The opposite.
Yeah.
But
you also Kitty, probably got the wrong person to talk to about this.
Well, we're not looking for advice.
Or the right.
Or you seem to be the right person.
We want all perspectives.
What not to do.
Yeah.
So, tell us your story.
No.
You don't want to talk about when you left? You left me in Madrid, high and dry.
I was there.
Because I was looking for a brighter future. And I didn't get it. Didn't work out for me that well. So
you were looking for the American dream.
What did I get?
What did you get?
Underpaid salary.
What most people get when they think they're getting the American dream.
Underpaid, undervalued bullshit.
How long did it take you to like realize that you were like, no, this is not what I expected, or like not what I wanted to happen?
Literally the second week that I started this job, when I had to pick up my boss at JFK Airport 3 times.
Oh, whoa, that's a lot.
3 times?
Well, not pick her up. I had to pick her up. I was living in Philly. Had to pick her up, which is 2 hours away. Drive to a bunch of schools outside of Philadelphia in crusty butt-fuck nowhere. Drive her back to the airport a week later, and then drive back to Philadelphia. 2 weeks into the job.
Damn.
And she couldn't get a rental car?
She doesn't know how to drive.
Oh, she's me.
So I was like, oh, there are trains where you can come from New York to Philadelphia. No, I think you should just pick me up. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
But then you said, yeah, and did it.
I guess I have to, because who am I?
It's hard. Like, how do you stand up to that person 2 weeks into the job?
Exactly.
Damn. Okay, that's
being a little language assistant really didn't help with the fact that I should not be doing this bullshit because I've been doing that bullshit for like 2 years.
The way in which everyone's like, you can spin doing a language assistant on your resume into like so many different skills and like blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, you can. But are those basically lies? Yeah.
Yes.
Because like, what have I been doing?
Master program.
Sitting on my phone playing Pokemon Go while doing the same oral test for 3 hours in a row. Like
me asking the teens what their biggest goal in life is every day for 5 days a week.
And what was their answer?
I have no idea. I wasn't
probably
really paying
getting
attention.
drunk in their small pueblo.
Correct.
Bingo.
It's their
but
biggest
even
dream.
more general. Like when you moved back to the United States, like not because of work, just like the whole like, okay, like fresh start thing. Like how did it truly wear off in 2 weeks?
I was very excited at first because I was starting a new job, living in a new city. But then it kind of turned to shit because I was really reliant on Madrid public transit and I loved it. Philadelphia is quite different where you shouldn't and is not recommended to take the trains or buses at a certain hour. well as just cost of living is outrageous. And when you have a shitty salary, it doesn't really help budgeting wise. So that was a shock. Whereas everything in Spain was pretty affordable, even though our salary there is shite. But able to do those other classes.
Our salary was like, okay.
I mean, actually, yeah, it was pretty decent for Spain and only working part-time. But when you work full-time and it just doesn't work out. So you learn to grow.
Oh, do you?
And be more confident in yourself and not take this bullshit.
Okay.
That's good, though. Everyone needs to get to that point, you know?
It's true. Very,
How long did it take you to get to that point?
Me?
No, Kitty.
I was like, you. Are we asking me?
We can ask you, too. Yeah, sure, both answer.
I don't even know.
Neither of you have an answer.
I don't have...
No,
I don't have an answer.
No. All right, so if there's something that you're going to take from Europe and bring here to the U.S., what would it be? This could be tangible.
Well, let's say Spain specifically.
Okay, yeah, from España.
Only lived in Spain.
From the Iberian Peninsula, if you want to stretch it out a bit.
I would say definitely the tapa lifestyle. Love and adore and miss. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, aside from healthcare.
Tapas are very valuable.
No, honestly, tapas. They rank high.
Tapas, healthcare, public transportation. Those would be the three major ones.
So what was it about tapas that made it to your number one?
Just amazing. The whole concept. Small little plates, gathering around with like nice, close family friends for however long you want at any given point of the day, anytime. Doesn't matter. You kind of just text someone, hey, do you want to go get tapas? You go out, sit down for hours, drink, eat, gossip. It's the best way to live. It is amazing.
It comes out to being like €8 a person.
Exactly. For hours.
Absolutely.
But also healthcare is great. Would love that as well.
Well, while we're on the subject, healthcare, primo. Well, that's funny you can say all that stuff, only because like when you were like, it is affordable, like the healthcare, obviously. Top of culture, it feels like in Madrid, in terms of like in Spain, Madrid's like the worst place other than like Barcelona for all of those things.
Do you think?
Do you know what I mean?
Why?
Well, because it's like the healthcare system actually sucks in Madrid because they keep defunding it, right?
Oh.
You get like way better tapas when you're like in Sevilla or like just outside of the capital. And what was the other one?
Well, free little tapas.
Free little tapas. You get free little tapas. Better free little tapas. And
we got free little tapas in Madrid, but it was like chips.
Exactly. I was like, you will, but it'll be. I was going to say it was chips. But to be fair, chips are good. Chips are great. So I imagine it would have been like if we would have lived anywhere else.
Like Germany or something.
I meant in Spain, but also Germany.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, also Germany.
Also Germany.
Oh, Alyson is going to Germany. She will let us know.
Are you excited?
I'll let everyone
Liters
know.
of beer.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wait, alternatively, now I feel like I'm interviewing the two of you. Alternatively, Alyson, what are you going to take to Europe from the U.S.? Don't say healthcare.
No, not healthcare. This has been really good for me because I'm like a bit of a hoarder. I'm not like TLC, bring the cameras in, I can't walk around my house hoarder, but like the amount of stuff I've gotten rid of that I haven't used in like years is insane. Bags of clothes. I've been to like drop off donations twice. I've been selling everything. My phone's blowing up right now as we speak with people like wanting to buy the stuff I'm selling, which like great.
People are. That's actually really nice. That's good. Mm-hmm. You're so lucky.
Well, someone tries to haggle me down to like $5 for everything. And I'm like, this thing costs so much money. You're not getting it for $5.
No. Not in this company.
Oh my God.
No. But I'm taking a lot of my kitchen stuff. I'm trying to take some things that I think will help me make it feel like it's really home. Like when we went to France, we knew that was temporary, right? 1 year, not taking a bunch of stuff. It'll be here for me when I come back. Whereas now I'm like, what if I'm there forever? I want it to feel more permanent, you know? So I'm taking things that I wouldn't necessarily normally take.
My advice for you is to bring more than one pair of pants.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Only you would make that mistake. What kind of advice is that?
Well, that's what I did in France. When we moved, I was like, oh my God, we're going to be in like, my suitcase was heavy. I couldn't fit a bunch of stuff in it, right? And so I was like, oh, I'll just bring one pair of pants because I'm living on the beach. Lo and behold, obviously it's cold as sin all year round. And anyway.
Well, cold as sin, like, it was.
Have you been to Germany before?
I haven't. No, I've never been, and everyone who I talk to says that they absolutely loved it. So I'm like, that makes me feel better.
It is really
very
nice.
Clean. Very clean.
So clean. So clean. Also, so many rules. So many law-abiding citizens.
I've been reading about some of the rules for like driving, recycling, trash, quiet hours, and I was like, whoa.
Quiet hours?
Yeah, mama.
That's a real thing?
Quiet hours between 1 and 3 p.m. If you make a noise, your neighbors are going to yell at you.
And they will.
That does not go by in the Mediterranean.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It's just vibes in the Mediterranean.
Latin America blasting reggaeton till 5 a.m. That's insane.
To be fair, 1 to 3 in Spain is quiet hours in summertime because everyone's dead. Too hot.
True.
Too hot.
People are not moving.
Yeah.
1 to 3 p.m.?
Yeah, that's what she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I was thinking a.m.
Oh,
I was like, that makes sense.
No, like 1 to 3 p.m. I think it's mostly like they don't want you like using power tools, like mowing your lawn.
God, I would love. I would love, blah, 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 blah.
And then Sundays all day, like no yard work, nothing super noisy.
Wait, that's iconic.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you also to like eat German food, if that makes any sense.
I am too.
How does that not make sense?
Well, because she hates meat, and German food's like very meaty. But like, I know she's gonna find stuff that she likes, like good weird German shit.
I've already been like looking through a grocery store catalog, and I'm like, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah.
Shopping at the Lidl.
Oh my gosh, the Lidl, the Aldi, all of it.
All of it. Fun. Well, Kitty, is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap this little guest appearance up? Can you believe?
It's done. It goes quick.
Oh my God, that was so fast. Mm-hmm. I think for our viewers to get up to date with what's going on with Vanderpump Rules, that's something that's really important to me right now. Team Ariana.
Okay, all right. Alyson has no idea what that's about.
Okay, so actually, I went to Pump, and one of the guys who's like one of the owner dudes, he was just there walking around. And it's funny because I don't watch Vanderpump Rules, but like everyone that I was with does or like has seen it. And as soon as he walked in, I was like, he's someone important because he's dressed in like a hoodie under a jacket. And he just has that aura. He's giving like George Clooney vibes. I was like, he's someone important. And then he was, and everyone wanted pictures with him.
Who was it?
Who was it?
I got to find out his name. I don't remember.
Can you find out now? I'll cut this. If you can find it. Iconic.
If it's Tom Sandoval,
I'll shit my pants.
Guillermo Zapata?
Oh, Guillermo. Yeah.
I think it was him.
Oh, Guillermo.
He seems nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very down to earth.
Pretty sure it was Guillermo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Kitty, thanks for leaving us with that. And thank you, Alyson, for doing the work and researching that.
Of course. So thank you so much for coming. And
I'm so glad I was helpful and gave so many people advice.
You gave so much advice. And if you ever want to give advice again, or if anyone else wants to give advice, or just send in a message, you can give us a call at 202-630-4509. Or you can catch us at a message from at gmail.com, a message from on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of the above. Don't forget to rate. How do I do
You
this
broke.
again?
You broke.
I broke. I'm glitching. Don't forget to rate and review us. Give us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we will catch you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Hopefully I will have a better life story by next year. The next time I'm on this iPod.
Yeah, it'll be an annual
podcast.
Thing. The kitty
update.
Yeah.
Kitty update. Love it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.